welcome to another flow. If you've been enjoying these flows, please don't forget to subscribe because I'm really enjoying making them. Today we're going to do a really fun, spicy sequence, and as usual, it'll be short and sweet, but really, really fun. So if you need a little bit more of a warm-up, like usual, you could do a few sun salutations and then join me for the rest of the flow. Highly recommend using blocks again today. I've been really enjoying using them underneath my hands, and it'll make sense for today's flow as well to have some blocks underneath your hands. So when you're ready, you can meet me in a downward facing dog. We're gonna get started right away. So downward facing dog. And beginning to bend one knee, straighten the other leg, and alternate. Maybe swaying the hips from side to side, just gently. And find stillness. And slowly come up onto your toes and roll forward like a wave. Pause when you get to plank. And let the hips drop. We're coming into upward facing dog. Now keep the core engaged. Don't dump all your weight into your lower back. Now bend your knees a lot. Sink your hips back. Now you're tending your knees to your chest. And then let your heels drop to the ground, downward facing dog. So I kind of broke that down for you. But now we're gonna do a few rounds of those just a little bit faster and with the breath. So as you roll forward, inhale. Exhale, upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Now begin to pick up the pace. And see if you can make it into one big, graceful movement. And then come to stillness at downward facing dog. Hi, buddy. So maybe you want to widen your stance with your legs just a little bit for stability here. We're going to inhale. Our right hand is going to come up off the block. Reach it forward first. Bend your knees and bring the heels down over onto the left side. So you're going to circle your right hand forward first. And exhale, circle it back as you bend your knees. Circle it forward and place the right hand down. Other side. So shift the heels to the right side first. Take the left hand up. Circle it forward. Circle it back, bend your knees. Left hand back to the front and down. So that's the slower version. Now pick up the pace. So each breath is a movement. A few more. Last one on the left side. And downward facing dog. forward. We're gonna meet in upward facing dog. Now, bending the left knee, we're gonna pick the toes up, the left toes off the ground, and slowly place the left toes to the right side of the mat. We're coming up into wild thing on the side. So inhale, left hand comes all the way up. You might want to circle it back, open the chest. And exhale, come into right side plank. Now you could come into it with a bit of a crunch. So left arm is bent and left leg is bent. So the knee comes to the elbow, hold. And step the left foot to the front of your mat. So actually, you want the foot to be placed in the middle of your blocks. So we're not in lizard here. Wiggle it out. It might be your first lunge. Now we're going to bring our arms out in front of us. This is a runner's lunge, so you're not coming up all the way. Now another option, and see if it works for you, is coming up onto the tippy toes of the front leg. A little bit of a stronger variation here. Hold. Exhale, bend into the back leg and straighten out the front. Your arms are going to swim back. Hold. Rebend the front leg, maybe coming up onto the toes. Circle the arms forward. And bend the back leg, straighten the front leg, circle the arms back. Once again, we're going to pick up the pace, move with your own breath, and cycle those through those two. Remember to keep the core engaged. Okay, we're going to meet in our runner's lunge, so with the front knee bent. Now, if you have the toe variation, set the heel down, bring your hands to your heart, and twist. So you're twisting over to the left side. Deep breaths here. And straighten the front leg and take a twisted variation. So you could bend into the back knee and bring the left arm up. Really trying to open your chest off to the left side. The left hand's going to come down at the front. We're going to shift to face the right side of your mat. The Skandasana, little side lunge over to the back side of your mat. And over to the left. And here, we're going to very slowly, carefully come to take a seat at the front of our mat. And if you've got a pet, you've got to kindly shift that pet off to the side. So here, where you've taken a seat, we're going to, you could take different variations, but I suggest you bend that left leg and bring it all the way down. Turn your body to face the back of the mat and begin to fold forward over that right leg. And then coming back, bring the left knee off the ground. So you're back where you started. Right hand is going to grab hold of the left ankle. And inhale, you're gonna side stretch. So left hand is going to reach for your, for your right foot. So taking a few deep breaths here. And your gaze is going to intend for the ceiling. Awesome, when you're ready, come back up. And slowly pick yourself back up in Skandasana. Turn to face the front of your mat. Hands to the block. Pick the left knee, or pick the left foot up. One-legged upward facing dog. And wild thing, we've been here before. Left hand comes down to the block. Left knee into your chest. And extend it out to a fallen star. So right hand all the way up. Right hand circles down. And reset, downward facing dog. And feel free to take a flow or stay in downward facing dog. We're just gonna rinse that out before we do the next side. So shifting forward, we're gonna start in upward facing dog. This time we're gonna bend the right knee, bringing the right toes up, find the balance, and shift so that you could drop those right toes over onto the left side of your mat. Inhale, right hand circles around, potentially grabs hold of your right leg. Open your chest, press up those hips, and circle it back. Right knee into your chest. Oh, we forgot side plank. So here, right hand's gonna come up. Again, your choice of side plank. Each side's gonna be a little different, but right elbow, ideally you would crunch in to meet that right knee, and then you step the right foot forward. So we're back in that lunge. Again, the foot steps in between the blocks. Find your balance and extend your arms forward. Again, you can come up onto the toes. Makes it a little bit more challenging, but lots of fun. It's a spicy flow either way. That heel will come down, bend into the back leg, straighten the front foot, arms circle back, and breathe. And we've been here before, so you're cycling through these two postures with your breath. Finding your strength. Awesome, last time, runner's lunge. Hands come to heart, twist. So you're hooking that left elbow to the right knee. Finding the balance here. Before you straighten out that front leg, you might want to step in a little. You straighten the front leg, bend the back knee. Your left hand twists over. So you're maintaining that twist. You might want to use a block. Again, each side's going to be a little different. Right hand's going to extend all the way up. And right hand comes down. We're We're gonna turn off to the left side of our mat now. Skandasana to the back, to the front, and slowly begin to take a seat. Slow as you can go. And once again, you bring the right knee off onto the ground. Turned to face the back of your mat entirely and flex in that left foot. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Maybe doing a few pulses here. See if you can find a little bit more length. And bringing that right knee back up. Grabbing hold of the right ankle with the left hand. First, find the right position. You might want to wiggle around. And then inhale, right arm all the way around to grab hold of the left toes or somewhere along that left leg. The intention is to get a little bit of a side stretch here. So wherever you land, just be where you are and breathe. And again, you're intending your gaze up to the ceiling. And coming back up. Come to Skandasana. Turn to face the front. Grab hold of those blocks. Pick those right toes up. Hold. Extend them back. Keep them lifted. Upward facing dog. Right foot still lifted. Step it back into wild thing. Exhale, right hand to the block. Right knee in and fallen star, extend it out. Inhale, left hand up. Exhale, left hand comes down. And reset. Downward facing dog. Inhale, come up onto your toes, bend your knees a lot. Exhale, jump forward to a forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Bring your hands all the way up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, empty. Step or hop back into downward facing dog. And if you're able to, we're gonna slowly bend our right knee and step forward just a little, but on the top of your right foot. So hold there, and if that feels comfortable, come onto the top of the left foot as well. And slowly come all the way down onto your knees. If not, you could just step your toes, that's fine. Inhale, roll up. We're coming into a back bend, a camel, so you can place your blocks behind you, off to the sides of your feet, and it'll look something like this. Just blocks off to the side, and as you inhale, you're going to place your right hand down on the block and circle your left hand all the way up. Grab hold of the left block with your left hand and circle your right hand all the way around. Now, if you're doing it without blocks, make sure it just feels really comfortable for you. Option to stay in camel instead of moving around. Remember to engage your glutes. And the option to pick up the toes. Remember to really press those hips forward. And slowly come up. And take a seat. Now I'm going to just slowly shift back. You could also move your blocks away. We're going to come to our child's pose. So just letting our body settle after an intense back bend. And roll up to sit. At the back of your mat. Now, if it's uncomfortable to sit like this, find whatever comfortable seated position you can find on your mat. We're just going to take a few seconds to get settled here in a comfortable seated position. You could also be cross-legged. And close down the eyes. Movement piece is done. And it's time to reconnect with our inner selves. Beginning with the sensations in the bottoms of our feet, becoming aware of your ankles, and then your calves, your knees, your thighs, your hips, taking a deep breath into your belly, and chest, and your shoulders, and tracing sensations all along your arms all the way to the tip of each finger. Observing if you're holding any tension in your neck. And permission to let that go. Observing any tension in your face, your jaw. And letting that go. And I encourage you to stay here for as long as you need. It has been an absolute pleasure to make these videos for you guys and share a practice that I absolutely love. I love making creative sequences and I love making short and spicy flows. But if there's any sort of flow that you guys are really interested in seeing or any sort of length of flow, please leave it in the comments. And if you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up. It really encourages me to make more content for you guys. Thank you for joining me again. Namaste.